This is the Snowbiz Now Entertainment Network. Hi, I'm Nicholas Snow with another episode of Action Equals Life, the series, the companion program to the website actionequalslife.com. Our motto, expressing the truth of our lives and transforming the planet. And with me on the couch today, I feel like Oprah, I have a very important activist and filmmaker for that matter from India. I have Kun Vivek. We say Kun in Thailand, and I live here, so I say Kun. But Mr. Vivek Anand, welcome to my little program.
Hi, Nicholas.
So tell me a little bit about what you're doing in India.
I basically work for the Humsafar Trust, which is a community-based organization of gay men, MSM, and other identities like Kotis and Panthis, but essentially men who have sex with men and the transgender community. And our program is basically, our organization emphasizes on issues of sexuality, health, human rights, and gender.
How did you get involved in activism? Give me some sort of highlights of your early coming out.
How did I get involved in activism? Well, it was not a conscious decision that I had made, but my coming out years were very traumatic for me, and it was very difficult for me to come to terms with myself and accept the whole truth about who I am. And it took me a lot of time, and eventually I met Ashok, who's right now the founder, member and chairperson of the Humsafar Trust. And Ashok was to a very large extent responsible in giving me a helping hand and holding me through traumatic phase of my life. And it's once I became comfortable with myself, then there was absolutely no looking back, because for me it was like a new chapter that I had opened in life, and I just wanted to be myself, and this was one place where I could be myself. So I actually started working at Humsafar as a volunteer and a street counselor, and I worked for about 6 years as a street counselor. And eventually, when projects started happening in Humsafar, which was in 1999, Ashok wanted someone to kind of help Humsafar in terms of looking at proposals, budgets, and that was kind of my background, and he thought I could give him some time. So he told me like if I could give like 3 to 4 hours a day, about 3 to 4 days in a week. And I used to work as an executive producer on films, and I used to write some of my films. This was sometime in 2000, and I really didn't have much work on hand. So I said, okay, like I've been working as a volunteer, I've been working as a street counselor, so why not a little more? So I started working like 3 to 4 hours a day, and well, I don't know when it became 24/7.
But it is now.
It
so
is now.
give me a sense of what the organization does, who you're serving, and what sort of the pressing needs are in India right now regarding the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered movement.
See, Humsafar operates at various levels. We work on issues of sexuality, for which we have got qualified clinical psychologists working on the program. We've got qualified counselors, we've got psychiatrists, people who would provide help to gay men and transgendered men come to terms with their sexuality, accept themselves, and if there are issues with their families, our people are willing to talk to families, to the parents of gay men and parents of transgendered people, and making people feel comfortable with their gender roles, coming to terms with their identities. And then health forms a huge component at Humsafar. So we run about 7 targeted interventions with MSM and transgender community in Mumbai city. I have a team of about 150 outreach workers, and these guys work on close to 230 cruising sites, and we reach out to 12,000 new MSM and transgenders every year. So like Humsafar reaches out to 12,000 new MSM and transgenders every year, but we also have our regular population, which is like close to 60,000 now. And we have 3 clinics in Mumbai city through which we provide HIV testing facilities. We have care and support programs for people who test positive for HIV. We have a lifelong treatment program for people who need ART. So, and then like there's treatment of STIs and then general ailments of MSM and transgenders. So this is where the focus of health program is essentially STIs and HIV program.
So people in India who are disenfranchised from their families, from communities, and they're sort of in the dark, how do they reach out to you and other organizations that are available to help?
One, Nicholas, now it's been like, we are in the 15th year of our existence, and people really know about Humsafar. Humsafar is very, very well known as the largest and the oldest organization in the country. Like Humsafar has, like, I have a team of about 206 people working in Humsafar, of which like 198 are aging queens. So it's not really hard for people in the dark to reach out to us, because we have our website and then we regularly advertise through newspapers.
What is the website address?
It's www.humsafar.org.
Easy to remember.
Yeah, it's just humsafar.org. Even if you could type Humsafar, you'd find us.
Now, as an out gay man in your 40s, I hope you don't mind me saying that.
No, that's okay.
What are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to as an out gay man working in the community in your 40s, moving ahead in life?
Today where I stand, I look at myself as a fairly sorted out person. I have come to accept a bitter truth of life, that relationships don't last. I mean, there is no permanence in relationships. And when I say relationships don't last, I'm not talking about gay relationships in particular. I say relationships per se. It could be heterosexual relationships, it could be homosexual relationships, it could be your relationship with your family, your friends. Nothing is permanent. So for me, coming to terms with the fact that I'm not going to get into a relationship or find myself a partner with whom I'm going to spend the rest of my life has now kind of settled in, and I'm very much reconciled to the fact. And also because I'm so much involved in work at Humsafar, I'm so much involved in the kind of work that I'm doing, and I'm so focused on my work. I think I have reached a balance in life where, like, my team, people with whom I work, and I look at all of them as like my own children, because the average age of a guy who works at Humsafar is like 23, 24 years old, so they're practically like my kids. So for my emotional stability, for my emotional security, I look upon them, I count on them, they are with me and I'm with them whenever the need is. And apart from that, it's my work that takes away a lot of my time, and well, sex is always available, so one really doesn't have to work very hard for that. And,
okay, it's time to come to India.
Okay.
Just as we wrap up the segment, I was wondering if you would like to say something to the viewer to encourage them in their own journey.
I would say the most difficult thing to find in life is an easy way out. So if you think you need to reach somewhere, you need to start walking.
One step at a time.
One step at a time, but you need to start walking.
Any final concluding remark you would like to say?
Always use condoms.
Okay, here. Thank you for dropping by to be in Action Equals Life, the series. I'm Nicholas Snow, your host, and I want to invite you to drop by actionequalslife.com at any time. You can join, you can upload blogs, profiles, photos, events, and you can network with people all over the world. We invite you to participate if you are seeking or have resources to offer in this and related issues. And remember to express the truth of your life and transform the planet. I'll see you next time.
This is the Snowbiz Now Entertainment Network.